another player that we haven't really gotten to quite yet, and one I want to get in before we get out of here is Ricky
Mhm.
Pearsall
Love that
from
graphic of
Florida.
him making that one-handed catch. Great job.
Sick. And
Nasty.
then look at Adam Thielen. That's the comp we have for him. And when you guys see the film, you're going to understand why. And and I'm not talking like just Adam Thielen. The clips that we're going to show are from like this past year. Like I'm talking also a few years ago when he was
Yes.
filthy with the Vikings. Just the movement is just so intentional, and it's for a a purpose and a reason. He does a great job of challenging that confidence of defenders, especially when they're in off coverage, and just again creating that doubt in the minds of that defender. And okay, he's going this way. Oh, he's not. And they miss out from transitioning or opening up. He's so good at that. And I just love this comp because I think Adam Thielen really it could be Adam Thielen or better. That's how good Ricky is, especially if you're talking speed and time speed. Because Ricky, again, he showed out faster and time faster than what we thought.
Yeah, his movement on tape, I always describe it as purposeful fluidity. He's very efficient with everything he does. He's very smooth. I was not expecting him to run a 4.41. Again, like that's damn near a 4.3. Like him coming out with the same time 40 as Troy Franklin absolutely surprised the hell out of me. He balled out at the Senior Bowl, and you just look at the deception that he creates in DBs. You have it, queued up beautifully on this one. Like sells vertical, puts his foot in the ground. You see the head nod, the shoulder lean, the body language, like the deception that he consistently creates. He's in that type of conversation with Lad McConkey in terms of like being a really highly skilled route runner, though they operate in different ways. The ball
Jeez,
tracking on this one and the over the
crazy.
shoulder grab, this one is absolutely tremendous. Like you're running a slot fade, this gets thrown purely over your left shoulder. He's damn near bending himself over backwards to be able to go up and make that catch. And you see this regularly, like that type of catch, the
Hand
ball
eye.
tracking, the hands. Yeah, man, like he's just got it in spades. And, you have a great highlight there, like the eyes in the temple. Like, look at his eyes. Look how he paces this route. Look how he separates and gets
Yeah.
past his man. But again, then that ball is thrown a bit outside. He tracks it, comes down with it. There's a ton to like with Ricky Pearsall. We were lucky enough to see him do a lot of this in person at the Senior Bowl, where
Yeah.
it seemed like no matter who he was going against, he was winning consistently.
Yeah, and I don't know what his role is at the next level. Maybe early he is kind of a slot guy, but you can see it in Thielen how he knows how to attack leverage, how the defender number 6 for the Texans has inside leverage, and he just makes him, dart outside and take that leverage and steal that leverage from him over the middle. That's a mismatch, wide receiver on a linebacker. And I think Pearsall could win like this very early. And then again, maybe a couple years from now, he can expand his role. There's just so much to like with him, the nuance, the route running, all that good stuff when it comes to Pearsall. And then again, the speed, who knows, what he's going to bring early on. Maybe that speed will catch guys off guard at the next level. He's fun to watch. He's actually fun to root for because he's got some swagger. He's got some of that
Yes.
swagger and that wide receiver diva, just like a little bit of it. And he makes some flashy catches, man, and lives up to the hype when it comes to that.
Yeah, I come away every time like I watch him and just see how smooth and technical he is. Like he's also really good at the catch point too. Like there's a couple clips I put out against Missouri, I believe, where he just gets absolutely rocked on some stuff over the middle, and it doesn't matter. He's coming down, he's making that catch. Like you can't stop him from it, and he very much seems like kind of inevitable at times. Like whether it's the route running or the catch point play, his ability to consistently win in that form and in that fashion. And real quick, I wanted to show the catch that you have queued up there for the graphic. This is that one against Charlotte earlier in
Yeah.
the year. He's going to get rocked and comes through with it anyway. Like, dude has a boatload of talent. He's somebody that if they double dipped at receiver in the first 2 rounds. In round 1, they got like a Mitchell or Thomas or Leggett, and then Ricky Pearsall is still sitting there at 60. I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with this double
He's a
dip
double
because
up. Yeah, for sure. I
yeah,
like that idea.
because of how you can use him, where he can win, winning underneath, winning in the intermediate, and then what he provides at the third level because of that speed, but that separation and ball tracking and hands catching ability, man, like there's just so much to like in spades. And I love that Adam Thielen comp because there was, especially even just this Panthers year where he seemed to turn back the clock, but there was the time in Minnesota where, I don't want, everybody's probably going to love this because everybody's anti Stephon Diggs right now, but
Right now,
Stephon Diggs was very much
it
like
was 1A, 1B. There was a
yes,
lot of that,
yes.
100%.
And there was that conversation, and there were a lot of times where Diggs was the Robin to Adam Thielen's Batman, and
Yeah.
Adam Thielen was winning almost any way that he wanted to. Dude just is a professional separator and winner at the receiver spot, and Ricky Pearsall is very much in that mold with a lot of toughness and dog to him, which honestly Thielen has as well. You know, you have to when you make it this long in the NFL as a UDFA out of a small Minnesota school.
Yeah, and guys, this is a fun episode for us. That kind of wraps up all of our comps, and as you can see, a lot of these guys that we talked about, they're in that upper quadrant that you want to be in. Thanks to True Media, and when it comes to EPA per target and yards per route run for last year.